Hey everyone, it's Lauren with XGRiD Campers, and we are here at Overland Expo West in 2025, debuting the new Lifestyle Campers E4XK. Now, we've been working with Lifestyle Campers for quite a while. We've had the E4 to market already, but this new XK model provides you a really nice exterior kitchen and still the beautiful, comfortable interior. Let's start taking a look. So the E4XK gives you the exterior kitchen more similar to their Fusion and Recon models. Lots of countertop space, a lot of prep area. You have your roll-up storage doors, so plenty of area to keep your pantry items and a lot of your cooking items. Some overhead cabinetry above, and this does come with an optional EvaCool slide-out cooler. So this is great to have drinks outside, extra food outside, in addition to a 175-liter fridge on the inside. Good storage down here. This would be where you might put your pots and pans, and then you have a nice cutlery drawer down below with some side storage for some extra places. Deep storage in here. This is actually a pass-through storage, so this allows us to get to pantry items from inside the kitchen. Up here we have the Victron. This entire trailer is run by the Victron system, so we have a 3,000 watt inverter, 700 watts of solar. We have the Victron MPPT solar charger and the Victron DC to DC charger. So it comes fully stacked up. We are starting these with 300 amp hours of lithium batteries, and we can take that up to 600 amp hours. The roof on the E4XK is through electric actuators. So this is your button to lift and lower the roof. That makes it real easy to get in at night, set that up, and then lower it back down. You have your dust suppression, and you also have your water pump. The dust suppression system is a powered system. It has a filter from the outside of the trailer, and it pressurizes the cabin to help keep dust out. You have really nice tight seals with compression latches all the way around, and then you add that dust suppression system in there. Gives it that much more capability when you're down those dusty roads. On this side of the kitchen, we have the induction cooktop, so this is really nice. We're not running any propane on this trailer unless you want to run a fire pit or a barbecue. So this is running off the 110 system on our 3,000 watt inverter. Also right here, we have this nice deep sink basin, really high-end finishes, hot and cold running water right here. Really nice, gives you plenty of room to do your dishes. And again, some nice overhead storage. Put your spices, maybe some of your small utensils, that sort of thing, right up in here. Now on the front of the trailer, we have some deep storage up front. Right now we're sitting here at the show with our Starlink running and a computer in there. But this is really good if you want to add some of your larger equipment. Maybe if you have an outdoor toilet, your chairs, some of your larger items can go in there. And then we have a pass-through storage right on the front of the boot. This is where we'll put your barbecue. It goes all the way through, and then you have your controls for your Cruisemaster air suspension. So we're running the Cruisemaster ATX, independent controls for your left and right side of your suspension, and you have your air line out if you want to pump up your tires as well. The front of the trailer, we're running, we have a space for the dual propane tanks. Again, you're only going to use this if you want to carry a barbecue or a fire pit. We have the ARC 750 jack, and then the Cruisemaster DO35 articulating hitch. Now the inside of the E4 is very spacious. Lots of room in here. This is a residential queen mattress, pillow top, really comfortable. They call this the semi-island. So on the right-hand side of the bed, you can actually step up and get through it and get around to the right side. So right in here, we have a nice countertop. You do have an internal sink, so you have your hot and cold running water here. And then you have a nice countertop, so if you want to do a portable induction stove so you can cook inside, we have it set up and displayed that way. If you're only going to be cooking outside, then you can go without this. The heating system is the Truma diesel combi unit, so this is going to run your hot water heater and your furnace. We have 110 outlets throughout, lots of 12-volt outlets, and we do have some nice storage for your kitchen right below. One of the nice things about the E4 series is you have a couple of different configurations for the dinette. So this is the standard dinette, the way we have it set up right now. This does come with a lower cushion, so we can drop this down and turn this into a single bunk real easily. So if you have a family of 3, go with the dinette, you get the pad for the middle, and you have a lower bunk. However, you can also set this up as a double bunk in this model. So if you have a family of 4, this works great. But what's really cool about this is you can actually get this with a triple bunk option as well. So if you have a family of 5, you can now have 3 bunk beds, you lose the dinette, you have the queen bed, and you have a lot of space. With Lifestyle, they find a place to put everything. They give you drawer storage everywhere. There's actually drawer storage under the fridge, I've got 4 drawers under the dinette here. So there's spaces everywhere. We've got these 2 nice large drawers right in front, access. And then this is your pass-through storage for your pantry into the kitchen. So if you want to put some snacks in there at night, it's really nice. And then even under the step, we have additional storage right down here with a drawer out front. And then we do have one more cabinet right back behind. Again, a lot of room. And under the E4XK, we have some additional room for storage. All the battery systems under there as well with all the electronics. You'll notice at the front of the bed, we have nice reading lamps, and there are 2 12-volt plugs on each side of the bed. A standard 12-volt cigarette lighter plug plus a combo USB-A and USB-C plug. So you can, have a place to charge your phones. There's also a 12-volt plug at the bottom. This is really nice if you decide you want to run like a heated blanket. You have the option to do that. Again, with 300 to 600 amp hours of battery, we have a lot of power for those types of devices. The E4XK is also coming standard with a 110-volt air conditioner that is run off the inverter. So if you want to be fully off grid, we can do that. And you get 2 fans. So this is really nice. Just to circulate the air around. You'll notice inside there's a lot of windows. We have 14 windows inside the E4XK. So you get a lot of airflow through here when you're out camping. So very, very comfortable. Gives you a lot of room inside. A family of 4 or 5, this is really a fantastic rig. So the E4XK comes with a combined ensuite. So your shower and your toilet are all together. So it's like a wet bath. Makes it really convenient. You save on some of the space in here. This comes standard with a cassette toilet, but we can upgrade that to a composting or even do a dry flush toilet. There's a nice little dry storage area in here. You have the shower, it lifts up, and you have a privacy curtain that'll come around to protect area from water and give you that extra privacy. Now, if you like the idea of having a separated ensuite for your toilet and your shower, the standard E4 provides you that. So it does have a slightly different configuration in here. You have this separated ensuite, and you can still do the dinette, the bunk, or the triple bunk. So it's a really good option for folks like that. With the E4XK, we have the fridge right here accessible from the outside. We have the handles pulled away this way. That way we can access the fridge from the outside. Really nice setup there. This is a 175-liter fridge. So below the fridge, we have the slide-out freezer drawer. Really nice setup here. Put all your frozen goods in there. Ice cream, ready to go. Easy to access. One of the other nice features of the E4XK and the standard E4 actually is a wardrobe closet. So if you want to hang some clothes, a jacket, maybe some shirts and that sort of thing, you actually have a place to hang clothes. You don't get that very often in an off-road or overlanding trailer. So that's a nice little feature. Now outside on the E4XK is really nice. We have this large awning that pulls out. We have it set up here at the event with the anti-flap kit. We have it weighed down. We've had some pretty good winds and it's held up really well. But what's nice about this is you can get the option to put the annex room on here. And so with the annex room, you fully enclose this outdoor area. You get a draft skirt automatically that comes with this. And so you fill in the area underneath the kitchen. You have the annex room. This is fully enclosed. So if you're doing, some cold weather camping, or you need just extra protection from the elements, this gives that to you. It's also really nice if you have pets to kind of contain the pets in your campsite area. With the door on the E4, it opens up, latches, and now you do have a metal screen here, which is really nice. Allows the airflow to come in, still your privacy curtain on the top, and then the rest of it will close down. On the back of the E4, there's a couple of options. This is a firewood box. So this is really nice to set up with. Has a grate on the bottom, so some of the pieces can fall through. It's also good for dirty storage items, whether you got wheel chocks or a bucket or gear that just gets dirty. It's really nice. You can put that there. Comes standard with 1 spare. If you want to run a second spare, you can do that instead of the firewood box. There's also an option here for dual jerry can holders, so it gives you a little bit of convenience there. So we're running the Arc Steadies as our stabilizers. Really, really strong. These are really great for a rig this size. And on this rig, because we have the cassette toilet, this is your access. So if you opt for the cassette toilet, this is where you're going to pull out the cassette. You can take this to your vault toilet, open this up, dump it out, flush it out, put your chemical in there, your black water tank cleaner in there, put it back in, and your toilet is ready to go again. But like I said earlier, you do have an option for a composting toilet and then also a dry flush if you want to go that route. On the outside here, we do have a shower port. So if you'd like to have the outdoor shower, you can do that here. We have our water fill. We have 3 21-gallon water tanks for a total of 63 gallons of water. So plenty of capacity there. We have a city water inlet. So if you are hooked to a city water system, you can plug it in there. 120 volt, 30 amp shore power, and then additional storage right up front. In this cabinet, we have the Truma Combi. So this is the hot water heater and furnace system. Very accessible, easy to maintain and manage right here if you ever need to do any maintenance on it. And then finally at the front of the boot, this is our additional storage. It is passed through all the way through. You can put some nice items in there, and then you have rod storage on the top. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of the E4XK. This comes in at about 5,300 pounds dry and 6,600 pounds gross. We do recommend having a nice half ton or larger for this trailer. If you'd like to learn more, please give us a call. We have 2 locations, Knoxville, Tennessee, and Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll see you soon.